Massive game for Manchester United now against Everton. What do Manchester United do to change their fortunes around? How can Manchester United get back to winning ways? One win in the last 7 games, just not good enough for Manchester United. Shouldn't be accepted. I don't want to accept this, and neither should the rest of Manchester United fans be accepting this dog shit from Manchester United anymore. Now we've got to get the victory in this game. I mean, some fans wanting Manchester United to lose just so Jose Mourinho can get the sack. I cannot accept that. I would sooner Manchester United got into the Champions League spot, crawled up the league and kept Jose Mourinho till the end of the season than to see us fall outside the top 4 and then Jose Mourinho could go his own way in the summer. But I just don't see that happening, to be honest. And Manchester United may well win this game, but in the long run, Jose Mourinho isn't going to be here past Christmas. It's just not going to happen. I just cannot see it. Poor results are just around the corner, even if we win this game. Everton aren't really pulling up trees this season themselves. Just scraped through at the weekend, 2-0 last weekend, so not really great, but they're doing a bit better than Manchester United. Well, so many teams are doing better than Manchester United this season. So Manchester United, will they have any players back from injury? Will we see the same team as before? I've got a feeling we will see a similar lineup to what we played in the last 2 games, to be honest. I don't see any reason. I think David Hare will keep his place, obviously, in goal. Luke Shaw, left back. Ashley Young, right back. Then I can't see any reason why he's not going to play Smalling and Lindelof. There's not a lot else. He's probably not going to go with Bay at the back because he just doesn't seem to like playing Eric Bay. Midfield is going to be a conundrum for Jose Mourinho. There are problems there. This is where he could choose to rotate his squad. Pogba, then Christ knows what else he's going to... It will be Matic, but a lot of people have been calling for Herrera to come in that position because Matic hasn't been great the last few games. I personally would have probably brought someone like Herrera on for Matic in the week, maybe give us a bit something different in that game, just try something else. So maybe bring Herrera in there. He probably will keep Mata in the team as well, and then it'd be Lukaku, Rashford and Marshall up front, because I don't think anyone else is going to be fit to play this game. I'm not too sure what the problem is with Alexis Sanchez, whether he is back for this game. If not, I presume he will be back for that Bournemouth game. I don't think it's a long-term injury. I do believe that Marouane Fellaini is now back and just hadn't had enough training in that to get himself ready for that game against Juventus. So he should be along the substitutes for this game. Fred still isn't getting nowhere near enough game time. There's so many question marks over this team and over the squad at this moment in time. I don't know what the problem is with Jesse Lingard, whether he is back fit or not at this moment in time. There is quite a few players out injured still. Valencia is apparently back after having an operation. Whether you believe that or not, I don't know, but hasn't played any football. Maybe he can make the bench. Jesus Christ, Rojo. I thought Rojo was fit, but we haven't seen Rojo either. He could potentially come back in at centre half at some point in the season, because the defence has been an absolute fucking shambles, hasn't it, this season? So could that happen there? I just don't know. Diogo Dalot still out injured. When will he be fit? He's played the odd game or 2 here or there this season and been injured. So there's so many question marks over this team, and that a lot of people wanting Lukaku dropped up front. But I just cannot see. There are reports that it potentially could go with Rashford up front. But then what do you do? I mean, if Alexis Sanchez isn't fit for this game and isn't even on the bench, you haven't got Jesse Lingard and you've only got Fellaini on the substitutes bench, would he consider dropping Lukaku? I cannot see him dropping Lukaku from this game if we haven't got a lot of other options on the bench. If there is no Sanchez or Jesse Lingard, will he put Tai Chong back on the substitutes bench again for this game? Now, he probably won't if Marouane Fellaini is back fit, because he'll probably think that Fellaini's the better option off the bench. But technically, he's a much better player. Chong, he scored goals this season. He's created goals this season. And why not give the guy a fucking chance? I mean, honestly, why not give him a chance? Bring him on 10-15 minutes at the end, just to give him some game time. What can we lose out of this? The season has been an absolute write-off from day one almost. It has been so bad for Manchester United, and we've got to try something. It could give Manchester United that lift. You're looking at Jadon Sancho at Borussia Dortmund is absolutely tearing it up there, scoring goals, making assists. Been absolutely fantastic for Borussia Dortmund. They're top of the league. They're doing well in the Champions League. And Jose Mourinho comes up with them fucking comments about the Chong wouldn't have scored if he'd come on the pitch. That is absolute rat shit. He may well not have scored. He may not have created anything. The Manchester United team were performing badly, weren't on the front foot. But you just give the guy a chance. He couldn't have done it any worse than what was out on the pitch. Like I say, Matic was poor in the midfield. We could have taken him off, brought Chong on, brought Herrera on, and done something, gone for the kill. Just, if we'd lost 2-0, who cares? This game, we've got to go on the front foot from the off. We cannot be affording to start so bad as we did against Juventus, Chelsea and Newcastle. You just cannot keep affording it. These are top sides. They're top Premier League. They're Premier League sides, and you can't afford to do it against any of these teams in the Premier League if you want to get a result in these games. Okay, they're not the best of teams in the Premier League. We know that. Manchester United are at home, but our home form has been absolutely diabolical this season. And I don't see really too many of Everton's players threatening Manchester United, but I thought that was probably going to be the case against Newcastle when Kennedy turned Ashley Young inside and out. I mean, that was absolutely atrocious start to that game, being 2-0 down in that from the off. But Manchester United still can't afford to be so ropey at the back in this one. I mean, Richarlison has scored a few goals this season. Is probably not the best player for Everton to play at centre forward, but they haven't really got centre forward since Lukaku's left. So, you know, they've got a few decent players, but to be honest, Manchester United should be beating these sort of sides comfortably at Old Trafford. There should be no excuse for Manchester United not to be putting these teams aside, and I'm not confident that we're going to put these aside at all. I think this is going to be a difficult game. I'm going to go for Manchester United drawing this game 1-1. We've only kept one clean sheet in the Premier League all season. That's absolutely atrocious, considering David De Gea got the Golden Glove last season, which is a million miles away from doing so this season. Absolutely a joke this is. And I just wish that Manchester United could win the game and then just announce that Jose Mourinho is gone, because half these players just aren't performing for the guy. And it just worries me. The form that Lukaku is in is just absolutely fucking atrocious. Oh, God, we've got to do something. Something's got to change. He's looking like a championship player. So much lacking in confidence and everything else. It's just atrocious. But Martial and Rashford, Martial's been probably the best out of the attacking players this season, but still is very inconsistent. Rashford has been atrocious this season. Something has got to change. It really has, and quick, or Manchester United are not going to be in that top four. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on this game. Give me your score predictions in the comment section below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll talk to you again soon.